Welcome to Bits and Pieces. I'm going to go over some of the things I've been doing in the garden this week. So this is where my next garden bed's going to go in the spring. In the meantime, I'm going to turn it into a compost pile. Hopes of going ahead and killing off the grass here and develop some compost to help have dirt for the bed. The bed will be bigger than this. Is a 4x4 square. I'm going to probably have it more like 4x10 feet. And so I've got the 4 posts. I've measured it out exactly 3 feet from, so I've left my tape measure here, from the other bed so that I have plenty of walking room between the beds. And I'll look into putting some pathways in here. I've got most of the paving stones I plan on using for that. And let me just go get the fencing. This will be a temporary compost. The plan is that maybe I can just move this each spring to where the next bed's gonna go. So here's the finished product. I just got this inexpensive fencing at the local hardware store. I used a twist tie at the top and a rubber band at the bottom. I'll replace that with a twist tie whenever I get one in. They come in on various things. I put a layer of cardboard at the bottom, and then I had this old rotting stump from whenever I had mulch delivered years ago, and even though I set it out to be picked up, it was never picked up. So now it's compost and grass clippings. It's all that's in there so far. I'm gonna see about trying to get my stuff from my tumbling compost into here soon. I'm not gonna put food into this because our area has roof rats and other gross things that I really don't want to encourage. So food scraps will still go into the tumbling compost until it's decomposed a little bit before going out into here. I'll also, weeds will go in here that and garden clippings that I can't pawn off onto chickens. All right. So these are some of the chickens that I've been getting eggs from. They belong to a coworker who has been very generous with sharing the eggs as well as knowledge on raising chickens. She hatches her own. She doesn't have any roosters, but she buys eggs that are already fertilized and incubates them. And she has a ton of chickens as well as a few quail, but these are adorable. So these are the eggs that I got from my coworker. The 18 count I took next door to my neighbor, as well as another 18 count from the last time she gave me eggs. And I was very excited that I was able to harvest yet another strawberry. They're weird shaped, but they taste so good. They taste like candy. So this is the end of day one. I traded in all the lettuce that was bolting as well as the hen bit that was needed to be pulled up for eggs and chicken bedding, used chicken bedding. I have taken most of the stuff out of my rolling compost, the tumbling compost bin, and put it in here as well. The bag is what the bedding was in when I picked it up. I'm very excited. It's fuller than I expected it to be at this point. I mean, we're looking at probably a quarter full after 6 hours from its creation. Yeah, new compost. So this is the tags from the apple tree One's for the rootstock and the other for the tree itself. I planted this during the eclipse. So we have some more garden projects in the works. Here I planted an apple tree. This is being very deliberate to create some shade, because I'm hoping right here will be where I put chickens, and they'll need some shade in the yard. You see those bricks off there next to my new compost pile. Those are going to be a walking path going around the perimeter of the yard and make it look a little bit more tidy. I'm going to put a 3-foot wide walking path. There are more bricks I'll be picking up on Thursday. I have these other paving stones as well. As you can see, I was kind of trying to plan things out that I'm hoping to put where I have those cornerstones for the garden beds. And I have some more of those paving stones of varying sizes to pick up from a friend. But yes, the spring garden seems to be going okay. I'm still waiting for the seeds I planted last week to show, but I've got flowers coming up on some of the tomato plants. And let's see where I dropped some coffee grounds for my French press in there. My rose is about to bloom. My lavender has. My sage is blooming very nicely. Not Sage the dog. That's Sage the dog. Sage the plant. And then my garlic and onions and rosemary here are thriving. I'm pretty excited about this indigo rose. I'm hoping those leaves are supposed to be purple. Otherwise, I need to figure out some way to get some more potassium into the area. But yeah, the tomatoes look to be doing well. I went and bought myself a gypsy pepper. I usually grow those. They're one of my favorites. The jalapeno that was in the hydroponic thing seems to have transplanted okay. The banana pepper, not so much. But I've got some bell pepper seedlings that I can replace that with. Okra still hasn't started sprouting. Still have lots of kale. I didn't get all the lettuce out when I took them to excuse me, feed the chickens, which by the way, that was so much fun. I got to see the chickens eat their lettuce that I brought. We still have a few carrots left. The radishes are blooming beautifully, and their seed pods are supposed to be edible, which I'm kind of excited about. And see more onions and garlic. The Turenia is, I need to deadhead some more of that. I've got, that blackberry died, but that's okay. I really wanted a triple crown to go with my Arapaho. So I'm going to be able to pick up one of those for free tomorrow. I have strawberries that are already producing. I've eaten 2 of them. And then my new strawberry plants that were stuffed for the hydroponic garden are doing okay. Let's see, my poppies died, but my zinnias are doing all right. I put some more zinnias out there. This is a raspberry. I'll probably get another one to go there because I think I'm getting a golden pink raspberry tomorrow, as well as the triple crown blackberry that I wanted. My pinto beans, I'm starting to see some signs of sprouting, but I'm not seeing anything from the squashes. And then I've got this dog vomit fungus going. It was bright yellow, and then we had a rain, and so now it's this weird black color. And the rain was heavy enough that it washed the dirt off my pinto beans that I've planted, so I might need to replant those. But yeah, I'm pretty excited about where things are in the garden this year. And my eventual plan is that this entire outer perimeter will be perennials, and then I'll start putting in more beds through the center, like, well, where this compost heap is going to be where one of them starts. It's probably going to be about 10 feet by 4 feet in the end, which is why the bricks got laid there. That's going to be my spring project for next year. But for my perennials currently, I have some herbs and berries and the roses, of course. I'm hoping to add some more asparagus. I have some over there on the other side of that compost bin, but it's gotten so grown up from grass that I'm going to rebuild that come October. And yeah, like I said, I want some artichokes and some asparagus to go out here, some grapes and things like that. When I went to go pick up my free Triple Crown blackberry and the raspberries, this was their front yard. It's just tons of fruiting trees of all sorts. I was so envious. I want my yard to look like this someday. But thank you for watching. If you're enjoying these at all and seeing the progress of my garden, please like and subscribe.